Hello everyone. Today we will talk about the functions visibility in Solidity smart contracts. There are total four types of visibility inside the functions of Solidity smart contract: external, public, internal, private. Let's just go through it. External functions are part of contract interface, which means they can be called from other contracts and via transaction. An external function cannot be called internally. Public functions are part of the contract interfaces and can be either called internally or via public message calls. Internal functions can be accessed from within the current contract or contract deriving from it. Private functions are like internal ones, but they are not visible in derived contracts. Okay, now let me demonstrate you. Let's create a new contract. Functions visibility.sol. Let's copy these two lines. Let's create a contract. Functions visibility demo. Create a function test external. Make it external pure returns uint return 1. Function test public. Now I'm creating a public function. Pure is basically a keyword which we are using uh, for returning the values from the function which are not the state variables. As I told you earlier also, I was going to define the pure and u in the other video. Now create a internal function. Internal pure, and it also return u and return 3. Excuse me. Now create a private function. Private pure returns u and return 4. Now let's compile it. It's showing us error. So what is the error? Expected primary expression. Okay, it's basically return, not returns. Okay, let's compile successfully. You can see the compilation successful here. Now let's deploy this contract. Right. Okay, as we deploy it, we can see only two functions, the external and test public. As I said earlier, that visibility of external and public are accessible from outside the contract, whereas internal and private can only be accessible from inside the contract, and internal is also accessible from drive contract that we will see later. external, test external. Now click on test public function. Here you can see the values. Now let me show you the drive class contract functions. Let's copy it. The drive class. Drive from the function visibility demo contract. Now create a function inside here. Let's name 2 2 2 into. Now call a function parent contract function inside the child contract or derived contract function. Now in the public we're going to call test public. Now inside it test internal and then test private. Okay, now let's compile it by pressing Ctrl S. Okay, let's see this error first. The private, as we have talked about it, that private is only accessible inside the contract, not outside the contract, or not also from the drive contract. So that's why you are seeing this error. Okay, so and these two functions don't have any error because public function can be accessible from the drive file also, and the internal is also be accessible from drive contract also. So what is the error here? As we have talked it that external is also accessible from outside. Basically external is only be accessible from outside but cannot call internally by just calling this function. So what we have to do to call the text extender from the derived contract is by typing this dot text external. Let's save it again. Yes, the warning goes. So that is the basically the difference between the public and the external. Both are accessible outside, but the external is only accessible through this keyword. It's not accessible directly from outside or in the derived contract. So we have seen 4 visibility types of a smart contract: external, public, internal, and private. Thank you.